Good morning to all, and welcome back. Today's going to be sort of a flu game for me. I'm feeling under the weather, but I'm ready to give you all a free pick. Yesterday's cashed. Happy New Year's. Let's get into the video, huh? I want to shout out DG Fantasy for being the sponsor once again. It shows a bunch of different odds for different sports books, compares them to Prizepicks, Underdog, Sleeper, Fliff, all those different places. It even color codes the plays for you so you can just blindly follow them. It's a great starting place for research, and I highly recommend checking it out. I got a link in the YouTube description and my Twitter, and DM me any questions. I'm happy to help. Today on this glorious Sunday, I have one college football prop and one NBA player to look at. First prop I'm looking at is Malik Neighbors under 77.5 yards on Underdog Fantasy. Neighbors is a rare, top 10 draft prospect that's actually playing in his bowl game. He faces my Wisconsin Badgers today. And it might be weird to see such a low line and an under for Malik. But he's chasing a record. He's even said it. I think there's a large chance that he plays only a drive, maybe only a quarter, until he breaks this record. He only needs 23 more yards.
Why is it important to you to play in the bowl game in a couple of weeks?
That record hasn't been broken in over 20 years. Whoever has the opportunity, which is me, I would feel like they would want to do the same.
As I mentioned, the mark to get is 23 yards. His line is 77.5. I think there's a lot of edge with that difference in between. Even if he plays a little longer than I'm expecting, he still doesn't have Jaden Daniels with him. He has a backup today. The backup's yard line is, 50, 60 lower than Jaden Daniels was this season. Even if he plays a full half, still like this under. He's back. I just think this is a fantastic spot as his assist line is still 7.5. The odds are creeping up a bit steep, so you can also pair it with a juice reducer like 49ers money line or something like that. But he had 22 potential assists last game. He's averaging 18.5 on the season, and his minutes continue to ramp up. He saw a season-high 37 regulation minutes last game, and he's due for some major positive regression with his assist numbers. He's converting less than half of them when the expectation is to convert a bit over 50%. Only Halliburton and Trae Young are averaging more potential assists per game, and they're legitimately breaking records with their assist numbers each and every time out on the floor. So Ja Morant is right there with those dudes. 6 of 7 players who average 14 or more potential assists average 8+ assists a game, and obviously Ja's much higher than that at 18.5. He averaged 8.1 last season. I think his line should be 8.5 in this matchup especially. He gets a good pace spot with the Kings today. He's also at home, so role players tend to play better there, and it's just a spot where I expect 8 or more assists. I also think he's going to score, though, so PRA, PA, definitely not a problem with that at those lines. 41.5 PRA, 35.5 PA. Kings are not a very good rim defense. When Ja played the Pacers, his lines were much higher. Obviously, another bad paint defense. His PA and PRA lines are only one higher than a Clippers matchup that's much tougher, in my opinion. And it's actually lower than it was versus the Pelicans and Hawks. So I like all things Ja Morant today. I like all things Malik Neighbors, unders. And it's time for me to go back to bed. Happy New Year's Eve. Love y'all. Let's win some bets. We're on a tear. Subscribe, follow. Let's make money. Bye.